signing him to meet Harley Race at the summit on Friday, October the 13th. We thought that we might be able to get a few words from him regarding his feelings about stepping in against the world's heavyweight champion. I know many fans are of the opinion that Andre, in addition to being the biggest wrestler in the world, most certainly has to be one of the hardest men in the world to beat. And being beaten is something that hasn't happened to you, right, Andre?
You're right, Paul. I never lost the matches, and just like you said that I'm a giant, and I show that all over the world. Was already all over the world to show that. And now you give me the chance to get the championship match. And I like to show now I can be the champion anytime I want. And I'm very happy to do it in Newtown. I'm very happy to do that in Houston.
Well, I want to tell you this. Having Andre wrestle Harley Race makes this event probably the most important one that has happened in the past 40 years in Houston, because Andre the Giant's credentials are unblemished, and they are.
And I like to say now, I show to everybody I'm the giant, but I like to show to everybody now I want to be the champion, and I'll be the champion over there too.
This represents a complete turnabout for Andre, who was content to be the giant, but whom many people described as merely big. And this has gotten under his skin to the point where he wants to prove that being the champion is part of what he can do, what he will do. And on Friday night, the 13th of October, in the summit, Andre the Giant up against Harley Race. It is bound to be one of the greatest sports spectacles of this year or of any year.
Well, wrestling fans, it's going to be a monumental occasion right here in Houston, because the world's heavyweight champion Harley Race has agreed to come to Houston, put his title on the line against a man that has never been beaten, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. And here to sign the contract with Andre now, promoter Paul Boesch. Paul?
Bob, it's very nice of you to introduce me, and I sincerely thank you for it. And you are right. This is a historic occasion. Even the signing of Andre the Giant here on television in this branch of the National Wrestling Alliance is an historic event. So, Andre, if you will come over here, Mr. Joe Murdoch, if you will come and witness the signature, and David, we'd like to have you step here, and I can't make a mistake about which one of you is Andre the Giant, but David Crockett, it's nice to have both of you here. But Andre, your opportunity now. Which language are you going to write this in?
I'm going to write that in English.
You're going to try it in English tonight. Andre is capable, of course, of signing this in about 5 different languages, and we think that he wrestles in the one universal language. He wrestles in the language of action. He wrestles with capability. He wrestles with all of the power that his 475 pounds dictates. And David, this, I hope, as you witness it, is going to prove an historic document.
I'm sure it will be.
And we, as we watch, know that we are making wrestling history here tonight, but it will be made on Friday the 13th at the summit in Houston. Joe Murdoch, this is a match that you have talked about.
Paul, I'm delighted to say, and I think the fans of Houston are very, very fortunate, because I know this bout could be held anywhere in the world, and your fans are most fortunate in having it. Good luck to you.
Well, since you are a promoter of wrestling in Raleigh, North Carolina, you know that it takes a lot of working for your fans in all respects, and we've been doing it. And David, I want to thank you for this.
You're entirely welcome. And you know, Friday the 13th, that's unlucky for some, but I think it's going to be lucky for someone.
Are you superstitious about Friday the 13th, Andre? Do you think that it's a bad luck day?
I'm not superstitious because I know I'm going to win.
Well, you know, Harley Race is superstitious about Houston. He lost the title to Jack Briscoe in Houston just 3 years ago, and he, of course, is concerned about this. I think maybe you could make it a bad luck day for him.
I know, maybe, but I know Harley Race is a very good champion. I know he's a very strong guy. He's a good wrestler. I wrestling against him one time that was not for the championship belt. But this time I'm very happy to put my feet in the ring to go against the championship belt.
We want to be able to...
some 8 months ago in Osaka, Japan is history. Harley Race went on to win the world's heavyweight championship as recognized by the National Wrestling Alliance. But what's important is you people know the reputation of Harley Race, you know the man's ability, and you saw that my Sudanese wild man, Abdullah the Butcher, met him punch for punch, kick for kick, and whatever else it took. The bad blood still exists, but the important thing at this point is that Abdullah the Butcher is coming. I can feel it coming from my toes right up through my body to the end of my fingertips, that little tingling. I can feel the beads of perspiration on the palms of my hand. Fritz von Erich, can you feel it? Are your palms damp? Jose Lothario, are the little beads of perspiration breaking out on your forehead? And how about you, Dusty Rhodes? Maybe some of that jiving that you've been laying on these people, it ain't going to get it anymore. Abdullah the Butcher is coming. You've seen the man, remember the name. Abdullah the Butcher. The Butcher, the Butcher.
Ivan Putski catches it. He is now hung up in the ropes. And Putski is at the mercy of Abdullah the Butcher, and he is pounding away at Putski. The referee is down. He has been hit in the throat. Here comes Wahoo McDaniel. The fans were screaming back toward the dressing room for Wahoo, and now as Wahoo comes in, he catches it. The driving blow from the Butcher. The Butcher is going to get disqualified, but we've got Wahoo on his face, slashing away at Abdullah, and Abdullah has been disqualified. There is a win for Putski, but that's not the way to win matches. I'll tell you, that is winning them absolutely and positively the hard way. We've got Wahoo McDaniel commiserating with Ivan Putski, and Abdullah has done it again.
Winner of the disqualification, Ivan Putski.
So a little bit up against a top-notch Mexican star, former Mexican national heavyweight champion El Halcon. This one for the belt that Danny McShane is displaying, but let's just change that. And spoiler, ripping the mask of Halcon, and Halcon's head is half exposed. The mask is ripped, and he has ripped it to put the claw on the Falcon, so that because it was slipping evidently on the mask, and Halcon is trying to drive up to a standing position, and he does. Efforts at the claw hold that he has broken, but now in the standing position he may have even more trouble. And spoiler, ripping the mask of Halcon, and Halcon's head is half exposed. The mask is ripped, and he has ripped it to put the claw on the Falcon, so that because it was slipping evidently on the mask, and Halcon is trying to drive up to a standing position, and he does. Outside the ring, Gary Hart shouting to the spoiler. 5 minutes have gone by in this third and deciding fall of this battle for the U.S. American title. El Halcon is in trouble, very much in trouble, and there's a man who's in trouble too. And Halcon now has not yet given up to that grip on his head. Listen to the uproar of that crowd now as Halcon still has life left in him, and as it goes after Spoiler, and he's going after Spoiler's mask. Well, nobody ever died from having their mask taken off, but there is this thing about having his mask ripped, and I'm sure that this bugs El Halcon, and that's why he's keeping after the mask. Tough break for the Spoiler. His body halfway through there slams in, and Gary Hart's in the ring. And I think we're going to have a disqualification as Gary Hart is thrown out of the ring. The winner on a disqualification is El Halcon, and here is Spoiler now fighting for his mask as Halcon goes after the mask. El Halcon determined that he's going to rip the... He's got the mask off. Spoiler is down. Gary Hart has thrown his coat over the head of the Spoiler. This place has gone crazy. A tremendous uproar. Listen to the uproar. Look at the turmoil. Gary Hart puts his coat over the head of the Spoiler. The Spoiler has not lost his title. He has lost the match on a disqualification, but the Halcon, who has the mask of the Spoiler, stomps on it in the middle of the ring. The match goes to